Could you build an entire world-class ODI 11 using only players who bat left-handed and bowl left-handed? The rule was uncompromising. Bat left-handed, bowl left-handed. No switching arms, no convenient exceptions. Unless bowling was never part of the player's ODI career at all. Against all odds, 11 players made the cut. Number 1. Adam Gilchrist, wicket-keeper.
Well, we like those. We like those a lot. This time he gets hold of it.
Leading off is the only player with a built-in exemption. Across his entire ODI career, Adam Gilchrist never bowled a single delivery. The rule doesn't ask which arm he might have used. It asks whether the question ever needed answering. It never did. What it did give us was one of the greatest wicket-keeper openers in history. Fearless, explosive and capable of deciding matches before the opposition settled in. Number 2. Sanat Jayasuriya.
Oh, shot over cover, and I think it may have gone all the way. Russell Tiffin.
Long before aggressive power play batting became fashionable, Sanat Jayasuriya was already rewriting the script. His left-handed batting transformed ODI opening forever, while his slow left-arm orthodox spin quietly accumulated 323 wickets. An opener, a genuine all-rounder, and one of the game's original disruptors. Number 3. Kumar Sangakkara. Then comes perhaps the strangest qualification in this entire exercise. 404 ODIs, 0 deliveries bowled, not one. Like Gilchrist, Sangakkara never needed to reveal a bowling arm because he simply never bowled. By the letter of our criteria, he qualifies automatically. And in return, this 11 gains one of the finest left-handed batters and wicketkeeper batters the game has ever produced. 4. Alan Border, captain. The man who rebuilt Australian cricket from the ground up. Left-hand bat, slow left-arm orthodox, and the leadership that transformed a struggling Australian side into world champions. He captains this 11 too.
That's going to be 6. That's a big one. Pushing it into the crowd. So the silver continues to be expensive. Could be his last over here as Border has taken to him.
Now some casual fans might already be asking, where's Brian Lara? The answer is surprisingly simple, and it's exactly why this list exists. Brian Charles Lara batted left-handed, but when he bowled right-arm leg spin. He even turned his arm over in 5 ODIs, which means he faced the one rule this 11 refuses to bend. If you bowl, it has to be with the left arm. That's the catch with this exercise. It's not about picking the greatest left-handed batters. It's about finding players who are genuinely left-handed in both disciplines. 5. Yuvraj Singh. Some players have great careers. Some players have unforgettable tournaments. Yuvraj Singh had one that became part of cricketing folklore. 2011 World Cup, player of the tournament. He scored crucial runs, broke partnerships with his left-arm orthodox spin, and carried India through the biggest moments of the competition while battling circumstances far greater than anyone watching realized at the time. A stylish left-handed batter and a genuine bowling option, Yuvraj finished his ODI career with 111 wickets to go with more than 8,700 runs. And perhaps his greatest weapon wasn't power, it was momentum. Once he got going, matches could be over in the space of 20 minutes. For a team built around uncompromising left-handed purity, there was never any doubt. Yuvraj Singh walked straight into the 11. 6. Michael Bevan. Before finisher became a role, Michael Bevan had already perfected it. Regularly hailed as the world's finest limited overs batter, he spent a decade turning impossible chases into routine victories. While others panicked, Bevan seemed to become calmer, orchestrating run chases with surgical precision and an uncanny ability to leave the winning moment until the very last over, or sometimes the very last ball. His reputation wasn't built on brute force, but on composure under pressure. Time and again, when Australia looked in trouble, Bevan was the man still standing at the end. A left-handed batter with left-arm wrist spin to complement his game, he remains one of the greatest ODI specialists the format has ever seen, and perhaps the original master of the chase. Number 7. When you think of great left-handed all-rounders, names like Lance Klusner or Ben Stokes might immediately come to mind. But here's the catch. Both batted left-handed and bowled with their right arm, which means they fail the one uncompromising rule that defines this 11. That leaves the door wide open for a player who hardly needs an introduction, Shakib Al Hasan. For years, he sat among one of the top in the ICC all-rounder rankings of his times, combining left-handed batting with relentlessly accurate left-arm orthodox spin. With over 7,000 ODI runs and well over 300 wickets, his numbers alone make an extraordinary case. More importantly, he offers exactly what this team was built to celebrate, a genuine all-left-handed cricketer who excelled with both bat and ball at the very highest level. 8. Daniel Vettori. New Zealand's greatest spinner, full stop. A left-handed batter, a slow left-arm orthodox bowler, a 305-wicket ODI veteran, and a workhorse who bowled more overs for his country than almost anyone else. From one end, he'll do what he did for years, strangle the scoring rate with relentless accuracy. Dot ball after dot ball, frustration after frustration. But that's only half the nightmare. Waiting at the other end is what might just be the most terrifying left-arm pace attack ever assembled. 9. Wasim Akram. Leading it is the undisputed king of white ball bowling, Wasim Akram, the first man in ODI history to reach 500 wickets, finishing with 502 in total. And when the pressure was at its highest, Akram produced magic. Just revisit the 1992 World Cup final. 2 deliveries, Alan Lamb gone, Chris Lewis gone, reverse swing at its absolute peak, and the match was effectively over. As if that weren't enough, he could also change a game with explosive lower-order hitting. 10. Mitchell Starc. At number 10 comes the modern statistical phenomenon, Mitchell Starc. Starc doesn't just take wickets, he takes them at absurd speed. Fastest to 150 ODI wickets, fastest to 200 ODI wickets, and when it's World Cup time, he somehow gets even better. The leading wicket taker in both 2015 and 2019, his 27 wickets in the latter tournament broke Glenn McGrath's long-standing record for the most wickets in a single World Cup edition. A 150 km/h in-swinging Yorker from Starc isn't a delivery, it's an eviction notice. 11. Mitchell Johnson. And finally, at number 11, it came down to a tough decision between Mitchell Johnson and Chaminda Vaas. Trent Boult, despite being one of the finest left-arm quicks of his generation, can't make this 11 because he bats right-handed, which violates our one uncompromising rule. After a lot of thought, I've gone with Mitchell Johnson over Chaminda Vaas because he adds something different to the attack, raw pace and intimidating bounce. Imagine somehow surviving Akram and Starc with the new ball, only to see Johnson charging in as the first change bowler at 150 km/h. No elaborate swing, no mystery, just raw pace, brutal hostility and 239 ODI wickets to prove it worked. Put Akram, Starc and Johnson together and you don't just have a pace attack, you have pure psychological terror. Quite possibly the greatest left-arm pace cartel cricket has ever seen. Now it's your turn. Share your own greatest left-handed 11 in the comments and tell us who you'd pick differently. I'd love to see your team and your reasoning. Thanks for watching.